Hey everybody! So I'm going to do a quick little video, just a refresher on quadratic formula. So when I have a parabola, which looks like this, it meets the x-axis somewhere, usually in two places. Not always, but most likely in two places. And so sometimes it's easy to figure that out just by factoring, but other times we use this thing called the quadratic formula. So if you have your equation in the form of, so ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. It's got to be equal to 0. When it is, then you can take like your a, your b, and your c and plug it into this little formula. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this right here, this b squared minus 4ac, that's called the discriminant. And the discriminant will tell you like what is the nature of the root. So right now, for the most part, we just have like two positive roots. But you could have some imaginary roots, which you'll learn about in Algebra 2. Or you could just have some like one repeated root. So here is our quadratic formula. Let's go in and try, we're going to try 2. So I look at this and I see it's x squared minus 19x plus 2 equals negative 2x squared. But in order to even start, I have to start in standard form, which means this has to be equal to 0, which it does not right now. So how do I get it equal to 0? Well, I have to move that minus 2x squared. So how do I undo minus 2x squared? Well, first, and so I had to pause for a second if you noticed. I'm going to add this 2x squared to both sides. So what do I add it to? Over here, plus 2x squared. Well, that means it's now 3x squared, but nothing changed, so minus 19x and plus 2. So what's my a? My a is 3. My b is negative 19, and my c is positive 2. Now we go in and I fill that into my x equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And so I can just go in and fill it all in at the same time, or you could start, I always start with the b squared minus 4ac. So if I just do that little part, negative 19 squared minus 4ac. Okay, so I'm going to do that part. And then I'm going to do the rest in a second. Pull up my calculator, and in my calculator, I go parentheses, negative 19 squared. Then it says minus, the minus is here, minus 4ac. And I want to see what b squared minus 4ac is. It's 337. Okay, that's really important, so I'm going to come back over here. And I know that this part right here, b squared minus 4ac, what was it? At 337, I think? 337. Okay. So I'm going to write that here and then over here. So the square root of 337. Square root of 337. Okay, now I go back in here. X equals negative b. Well, b was already negative 19, so that makes plus 19. All over 2a, and a was 3. Yeah? Okay, so that means I get 6 on the bottom. So then I go 19 plus square root of 337, all divided by 6. And then over here I'm going to go 19 minus. So that's the plus or minus square root. I do it with the plus sign, then I do it with the minus sign. All over 2a. Okay, so I grab the calculator. So then I go negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Okay, I have to enter, then I divide by 6. So 6.226. This is a question in your Delta Math, and then you just are like, what do they say to round to? I think it's to the 10th. So then I write in 6.2. And then when I do the comma, it goes, and it gives me like a set. So my first solution was 6.2. And then my second solution is going to be, I don't know, let's check. So then I go 19 minus the square root of 337, enter, divided by 6, equals 0.1. 0.1. Awesome. There you go. So that's a quick reminder of how to do it. If this is challenging, just go through right here. I highly recommend just writing it all out. So you do the b squared minus 4ac, write it down, and then make sure you also have your x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Have a great day.